All right, can you guys hear me okay? Is this thing working? I hope so. How is everybody doing today? This is going to be a different type of live stream. I'm going to say that right now. This is something I just woke up about 22 minutes ago. 22 minutes ago. And the first thing I noticed, hey, how's it going, Taryn? Thank you so much for joining. Antonis, Jason, and Reed, how you guys doing? And we have like 15 people watching. If you're hopping on in, leave a comment. Leave a prayer for Colby, of course. Um, I woke up 20 minutes ago. I slept most of the day. I was up filming late last night, and I was filming so much stuff that I just passed out for most of the day. And when I woke up, the first thing I had noticed, well, first off, when I woke up, I was just laying there on my futon, and then I looked at my phone, and notifications started coming up. People were blowing me up. Surprisingly enough, there was a lot of people in the community who started blowing me up, saying that you need to pray for Colby. He has cancer. And after the first one, I thought that's a bit strange. I was like, okay. I didn't really believe it too much. I won't lie to you. But then I started noticing, yeah, we had way more notifications than I thought. So I went over to Instagram, and lo and behold, there it was, the Colby's post, and it was legit. Obviously, I saw Colby's post, and I freaked out immediately. I was like, no fucking way, no fucking way. And on the bright side, there's never a real bright side when you hear that you have cancer in any sort of way. Like I can only imagine that it probably terrified the hell out of him when that word was even brought up. I've been in that situation before where they brought it up in the hospital room. I didn't have it, thankfully, but they brought it up to me, and it scared the hell out of me. Even the presence of that word is just intimidating all around. So when it was brought up, I'm sure the guy, poor fucking dude, did not feel. I mean, again, he even said in his post that he was 26 years old. He never would have thought in his life that he would ever have cancer at the age of 26. And I think that's just an overall that's reality sometimes, and how scary reality could be. It blew my fucking mind. I'm gonna tell you right now. I just woke up, so you gotta forgive me if I'm like a little bit out of it right now, but it blew my fucking mind. And I immediately wanted to go live and talk to the community about it, because I knew a lot of the community would want to talk about it, seeing that they've been blowing me up all day without me noticing. And I thought this is probably the best way I could, give you guys my thoughts and opinions about the whole situation. It'd be easier than just trying to make a post or anything like that. Hey, how's it going? Wow, a lot of you guys are hopping on 6-6. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. It is really unfortunate. But again, on the bright side, getting back to what I was talking about, getting on the bright side, I don't think he's in any life-risking situation right now. He's not like in any harm's way. I think he did. If a lot of you guys don't know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know, especially since you're Sam Colby fans, that he had testicular cancer, and it sounds like he had to have one of his testicles removed, which I'm sure wasn't fun, but at least it wasn't life risking. At least he even said, I think they caught it early enough to where there was nothing life risking about it. So, and even going on saying that, if you are a guy, you should at least try to get yourself checked early enough so you're not, waiting too long. Yeah, they caught it really early, so it was treatable. Yep. It definitely something that I would also encourage a lot of guys to do, is go and get yourself checked just in case. I've gone to the hospital and I've gotten myself checked for something I was going through with myself. And thankfully it wasn't cancer. It was just a very odd situation. It was just very odd, for the doctor, because she had no idea what it was either, but she said it wasn't cancer at all. So, yeah, it's such a shocking thing. I don't even know what to say. I'm so blown away by the news. I would never have obviously guessed, because again, he's very young, and you wouldn't expect that things. But again, that kind of shows the reality sometimes, and how scary reality can be, is that you just never know sometimes. Yeah, guys, I'll read some of your comments really quick. Get caught up on that. I'm studying while in this live. Also, prayers for Colby. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Pray for Colby. Absolutely. Sorry again. I just woke up. So, unfortunately, cancer is not usually as simple as it gets removed, and you're fine even if it's caught early. That's kind of how my mindset was at first, and I'm just gonna go by what he says at the time. He says he's staying positive through it, which is good. I'm glad he's staying positive through it. Hopefully, it doesn't get any worse. Hopefully, they literally hopefully fix the problem. I'm hoping that's the case. Again, prayer for Colby, because you just never know sometimes. But it seems like right now everything's going okay in his situation. I was so shocked and hurt, but him doing good. Just sending love and prayers for him. Absolutely, Lone Fire. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hopping on him, by the way. I think he's going to do chemo. Is he going to be doing chemo? Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling it wasn't over with just a snap of the fingers. It's never that easy. That's the sad part. It's never that fucking easy. Sorry, the police sirens are going off right now, so I'm just hoping my dog doesn't start howling. It's like 1 in the morning here, so and everybody's trying to sleep. This is the first time finding out about this. Dang, I wish you the best of luck, Colby. Absolutely, absolutely, Potato Angel. Absolutely. Thank you so much for praying for him. That's why it's very important to do your pre-screening. It can happen to anyone. It really can. That's fucking terrifying to me. It can happen to anybody, and it's what a world we live in, right? That's life. You're right. You're right. That's unfortunately that's just life. People catch shit that they're not even aware of. Get checked out regularly for everything. Had a cousin die of a heart attack at 30. Yep. It's unfortunate and it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's sad. I hope he is lucky enough that he doesn't need chemo. I don't quote me on this, but I think, and we have a lot of people hopping on, guys. By the way, if you are hopping on into the live stream and have not said hello or have not given a prayer for Colby or anything like that, or maybe give your personal opinions and thoughts about the situation, I would really appreciate it if you guys want to go ahead and hop on into the chat or even hit the like button, slay the like button to let me know that you guys are watching, because sometimes YouTube is not really all that accurate with how many people are watching right now. FaZe, Johnny Bravo, hello, how's it going, man? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go over to Colby's profile really quick. And I'm not even trying to make, this a horrifyingly big deal. Most of the Sam and Colby community already are aware of his situation. But people have been asking about my opinion, so I really wanted to go ahead and tell you guys my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and read to you his post on Instagram. Life update. I went to see a doctor for some pain I was having in my lower pelvis, left testicle, and have scans, blood work, and I was told I have a mass in my ball that was 95% likely to be cancer. That's scary. 95%. I mean, at that point, it's just cancer. I mean, that's like, yeah. Obviously, the cancer word is scary, and I'm still in disbelief about the whole situation, but the scan showed that I caught it early. Yesterday, I went to surgery to get my cancer ball removed, so the hard part is already over. God, see, I told you I woke up. I should know here in a couple of weeks if I had further treatment like chemo and radiation. But to my young kinks out there, check your balls. Testicular cancer is very curable. If caught early, I would have never suspected to have cancer at the age of 26. Actually, ladies, this is a great reminder to get yourself checked too. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea for ladies to get themselves checked too for anything that they might have issues with or anything like that. Don't want to wait until it's too late. Feel anything unordinary. I've been staying so positive and optimistic the whole situation, taking one day at a time, so please try to not to worry about me. Even after surgery yesterday, I have been in great spirits. I'm going to be okay, I promise. I'm the one ball wonder, quality over quantity, baby. Fuck cancer, that's right. Fuck cancer. And I see Sam has commented, Selena Spooky Boo, Garrett, and all of them. Jake Weber's commented. And everybody, everybody from the Sam and Colby community has commented on that post, which is good. It's a good sign, shows that your friends are backing you up. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Colby said he'll know in a couple of weeks if he'll need chemo or not. Yep, he said in a couple of weeks. Hopefully he does not, but something tells me that he's probably going to need something to go on. Unfortunately, I hate saying that. I'm rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for the guy to kick its ass. I'm doing good here. I will keep him in my prayers for him too. Yes, absolutely. My mom died from stage 4 breast cancer back in 2016, and our supervisor died of colon cancer a few months ago. And just 2 days, a coworker had to resign because her husband had terminal lung cancer. Yeah. I would faint if I found out I was in this situation. I really don't do well with medical stuff. I don't either. I hate going to the doctor. I really do. There's only been several situations where I've had to go to the actual doctor because of a certain serious incident. But in one of my situations was when I had actually a testicular situation, and it's not comfortable. It's not at all. It's not fun for a guy to go in for your testicles. Is it sucks so much because you don't know. You just never know. Even what was going through my mind when I had to go in to get checked was cancer. That's obviously what was going through my mind. I had a situation though where one of my left testicle, because it's always the fucking left one that has to be the rebel, right? Mine was going into my body. It was actually disappearing from down there into my body. And it was one of the creepiest fucking things. I remember they actually did and I'm not trying to, TMI or anything like that, but it's part of life. So they did that thing where they dumped they did an ultrasound down there. and they wanted me to look at the screen to see how it was disappearing into my body. And I just was looking away the entire time. And I'm like, she's like, no, go ahead and look. It's okay. You can go ahead and look. And I was like, I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. I have no interest in seeing what's going on in there. Colby said he'll know in a couple weeks. He said in a couple weeks he will know. My mother-in-law died 6 months ago, blood cancer. Yeah, it's fuck. Live cancer spread over her entire body over the time space of a few months. It's so sad. It is so sad. Drag queens push their balls back into their bodies all the time. For someone who's not a drag queen, though, it's so weird. Like, it's not a good feeling. It's such a weird feeling to have. Like, trust me, it's not comfortable at all. But if any of you guys have your own personal opinions about the matter or anything like that, please please comment in the chat. It would mean a lot. And everything is just, yeah, again, at first I didn't even believe it. I thought it was just someone over exaggerating or something like that. And nope, it was completely real. After like the 15th comment on my videos that, you know, pray for Colby, it was like, oh man, I know, but there's a place for them, the same place they dropped from. It ever happens again, honey. From if it ever happens again. You know, you're probably right. I probably might have been over exaggerating, honestly. Even though when the doctor looked at me and said, "I don't know what's going on down there," like she had no idea what was wrong with me, and I was just like freaking out. I'm like, okay, so that's not good. If a professional doesn't know what the hell's going on with me. So, but again, I didn't have cancer, thankfully. But unfortunately, our good buddy, and look, you're probably wondering why I'm making a video on it. It's because Sam and Colby have become, regardless of what you think of Sam and Colby have become a very big part of my YouTube career. I do reactions to their content all the time. I do give my critiques and my personal opinions, and sometimes, yes, I can be a little bit too harsh. But at the end of the day, I would never want something bad to happen to these guys. I really genuinely think they are some of the best content creators on the platform. Regardless of, yes, my criticisms or anything, I do understand why they have blown up in the way they have blown up. And no, I'm not one of those people who think they've only blown up because the way they look. I think they actually genuinely have good chemistry, and I think they work off each other very well. And to hear this is genuinely heartbreaking. It fucking is a gut punch. It's sad. I really would never have wanted this on any of them. It's so fucked. I never thought I'd find out about this dear God. As someone whose late mother survived breast cancer, I really hope that Colby pulls through this. He's a tough guy. I'm sure he's. I'm rooting for the guy to pull through. I'm rooting for him. And again, he's got one of the harder parts out of the way, so that's at least good. It was shocking to hear, for sure, but I'm glad to hear that. I've had testicular surgery before because one of my balls was not in the right place, so it got pushed down. That's scary to think about because, you know, mine thankfully does not do that anymore, but at one point it was doing it nonstop, and it was really freaking me out. Really uncomfortable. It's not fun. I just went to the ER. I thought I twisted my vein in my groin. Just read that a lot of guys have problems with it. You see, that's probably the thing. Even knowing, like, yes, it is very important to go get checked, which, again, you should probably go get checked if it's anything that relates down there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with the test, like the testicles and stuff. It's like there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on down there, and you just don't know sometimes. And then you want to go and get it checked. You just want to go get it checked regardless. Just don't take that risk. And I'm glad Colby it sounds like something was going on down there. He said he had a lot of pain going on down there, and he just decided, I'm not going to take a risk. I'm just going to go ahead and get it checked. And thankfully, that was the right decision to do because they found out he had testicular cancer. I think their content, my personal feelings about their channel is irrelevant. If someone has cancer, you support them and wish them well. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. If it was anybody, just like Colby, who had this issue, absolutely, yes, I would wish them the best. I would hope for the best at the end of the day, because, you know, they're still people. I mean, let me be frankly blunt. If I found out, you know, this is going to sound harsh. This shouldn't really sound harsh. I'm not going to be apologetic for this. If Charles Manson had testicular cancer, I'd be like, oh, you know, all right. But for someone as good or anybody as good as Colby Brock or anything like that got it, I would definitely. Hey, Darky Productions, how's it going? Thank you guys so much for hopping on into this live stream. Again, yes, we're talking about the situation with Colby. He's obviously made several posts on social media, so yeah, it's obviously confirmed that the guy has been going through cancer and stuff. Yeah, fuck them if they're murderers. That's right. That's right. You're 100% right. And hopefully I'm not coming off like I'm only doing this because it's Colby Brock. Trust me, anybody who has to deal with the situation, it's so fucking sad. It really is. And again, if I have any people in my community who is maybe facing some issues with, their self, definitely just not risk it. Just don't risk it. It's better. It's okay. It's like I understand that, yeah, being a guy, sometimes you want to suck it up and don't want to show that anything's wrong down there because, you don't want to be embarrassed or anything like that. And there's some guys that will face that, trust me. It's an embarrassing subject to have. I remember going to the hospital and having these conversations with my doctor, and it was not fun. It was just not fun. Like, obviously, this is a doctor. This is someone who, is professional in that field. But, like, it's so weird talking about your balls to anybody really, unless it's like your wife. But other than that, it's just weird talking about your balls to a complete stranger. So I completely understand if there's like an actual fear and genuinely going to the hospital and discussing that. I completely understand. I was in that situation several times. Well, one time because I only went and checked him once, and it wasn't fun. It just wasn't. So I get it, but at the end of the day, you're probably going to really thank yourself for at least going and getting the proper answers you need instead of, like Colby said, waiting till the last minute for something serious to happen, and then it's at that point almost too late. Even weird that he had cancer at such a young age. It's weird, but at the same time, I'm sure many other people that you will probably never hear about go through the same thing every single day. I'm 100% sure. Yes, to the ladies in the community, if you are having insane pains in your, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah, pelvic pain and found out I have, yeah, definitely go get checked for your lady too, 100%. Take breaks from content for your health. Your supporters will be there when you are better. That means you too, Jordan. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. No, I've done it before. When I had COVID, I let you guys know that I won't be posting as much because I don't want to make it worse. So, I really hope the guy. Yes, it might push back some newer Sam and Colby content, but health comes first. His health comes first, 100%. So he needs to go ahead and take the break, get better before he goes out there and starts filming again. I completely 100% agree. And look, I'm not going to talk to the guy like I'm above him or anything like that. I'm literally around the guy's age, and he can do whatever he wants with his life. If he wants to go back and film as soon as he's out of the hospital, that's completely his decision. I'm just trying to. I'm just kind of relaying the message. I'm sure a lot of people would probably agree with is like you just got to take care of yourself first, man. Indeed, cancer is one monster. Is one monster no one wants knocking at their door. Get well soon, Colby. Absolutely. That is why I never put my cell phone in my pants pocket because you should never expose your groin area to the radiation from your phone. That's a good point. That's a good point. You did see. I didn't even think about that. Brock is still at the he's still at the hospital. Yeah, I think he's been at the hospital for a couple days now. And again, one of my buddies actually just went through one of his own scary situations too. He broke his leg and his ankle, snapped it completely, and it was a dirty, rotten break too. It wasn't even a clean snap. It was just a fucking nasty fall. And he's been in the hospital, and he asked me if I could go and take care of him here soon, like help take care of him because his wife's going to be going to her job, and won't be able to take care of him 24/7. So I gotta go over there and help him out and stuff, which I completely agreed to. I was gonna help him no matter what. He definitely needs the help, and I've known this guy since childhood, so of course I was gonna go and do it. Yes, because the travel of various places, that's old, and who knows what is in the air. Very true. Again, these are things you don't really think that. Didn't they go to Chernobyl? Oddly enough, I know that might be a crazy thing to say, but didn't they go to Chernobyl? No, I'm positive they did go to Chernobyl, and there was radiation in the air. Not saying that that was like probably 4 years ago, and it would not be in early stages at that point. So it could, it could be anything. I mean, I don't think testicular cancer is as rare as people make it out to be. I think people just find it early enough and deal with it. And who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe this is a rare situation. I'm no medical expert, so I can't really give you the actual numbers of how rare testicular cancer is. But Damn, Sam broke his back, and Colby has now has cancer. Buddies for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember someone mentioning that to me, that Colby broke it. I mean, Sam broke his back one time, or at least a part, like a small part of his back or something that really fucked him up for a little while. Yes, because they travel to various places. That's old, and who knows what's in the air. Very true. Yeah, you're making a good point. Love that name, by the way, the Potato Angel. Love that. Great stuff. Again, I'm glad a lot of you guys are coming in here and giving your well thoughts and everything like that. It's awesome. And look, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna talk down to the guy like, he doesn't know any better. I'm sure the guy's already considered staying in the hospital. Probably getting better is the first priority right now, especially where it's like you are a guy and you really, you just got one of your testicles removed. That's not a fun experience. Bringing up Chernobyl is wild, Jordan. Chernobyl at the stage of radiation is not as dangerous as you think, especially only being there for a day or two. Were they only there for a day or two? I thought they were there for a little bit longer than a day or two. But you're right. I only brought it up because we were bringing up old places, and I'm like, Chernobyl has actual radiation issues. So like, what a coincidence, right? So yeah, no, I wasn't trying to say for a fact it was definitely Chernobyl. Oh yeah, they went to Chernobyl, so that was obviously the reason why he has testicular cancer now. No, absolutely not. I don't think it had anything to do with Chernobyl. I just brought it up because of radiation and stuff. But you're right. No. It should not be that bad over there. Well, in certain locations of it. I lost my grandma to cancer, so cancer in general is anxious topic for me. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am deeply sorry to hear that. It's not fun. No. To my knowledge, I can't recall if I've lost anybody to cancer. I might have known someone outside the family who has lost their life to cancer, but nothing like I've known anybody in my actual family. No, I take that back. My grandma passed away from cancer. Yep. But hers was caused by smoking. She had lung cancer, and that was tough. That was tough to deal with. I remember now. I don't know why that's on my mind. I remember my mom went back to Washington State to be with her while she passed away and everything, and she passed away in her house. Yeah. Yes, but Chernobyl is not really that bad. They were not directly there long enough to cause issues. It's still bad in areas for sure. It's anxious topic for me too. Throat cancer got my great uncle. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm deeply sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. Greetings. I don't keep up with Sam and Colby, but this is sad to hear. It is sad to hear. Even anybody who hasn't even watched Sam and Colby can at least acknowledge that this is unfortunate. Like to have testicular cancer at the age of 26 that's a horrible fucking subject. Yeah. But I think she is resting. Is she? But I think is she resting in peace? Is she? Or my grandma? Are you asking me if my grandma's resting in peace? I want to hope so. I really do. Seeing someone you love go through cancer is painful in itself. Yeah, it is. Uh, Lung cancer, I was told, is one of the most painful cancers you can have because it's affecting everything. It's your breathing and everything. And my grandma, I'm pretty sure, was asking my mom to like. I don't want to get into too much details because that's personal family business. But it was heartbreaking to hear from my mom for sure. Does he actually have cancer? He actually has cancer. Yeah, Colby actually does have. He has cancer. Yeah, he has testicular cancer, and he already had the one removed. So I woke up 3 minutes ago. By the way, yep, I woke up not too long ago myself to talk about the subject. Well, can it be related to paranormal? Just asking. Um, are you talking about the whole Colby thing? If it's related to the paranormal, I don't necessarily want to say it is. I I don't think testicular cancer is as rare as people make it out to be. My mom had stone and such condition, but now she is fine. She got an operation. That's good. That she probably got it removed. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't want to go off and make accusations that I'm sure there's already people doing it. I'm sure there's already people in Sam and Colby's community already coming out and saying that, oh, it's because, they challenged Robert the Doll or challenged Annabelle. And I'm sure those are already conversations. Kind of like how I just brought up, not really a theory, but I brought up the whole Chernobyl thing, how people might take that out of context and stuff. And it wasn't me trying to like let it get taken out of context. But saying something like, Annabelle or Robert the Doll causing testicular cancer, I mean, that's going the extra mile, I would say. I think this is probably something he just caught on early and was able to get caught before anything got bad. No, I'm not claiming that. I am just saying that I could be. It could be very possible. And look, in a world where there's the unknown, I won't say it is. I don't think it is, but is it possible? It could be. I mean, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna. And I respect that you. Yeah. Sorry, again, I woke up not too long ago. I think about going to my doctor and having the talk, but I will be testing before it begins to. And that's good. I think you should. Yeah, definitely go and get it checked out for sure, man. Speaking of operations, currently have an operation on both of my legs. I'm sorry to hear that. I had to take time off from work to be with my mom during her last few months, and when a nurse stopped by the house and told us her body is beginning to shut down, we all cried. That would break my heart too. Yeah. We went through a situation not too long ago where, and I don't want to, talk too much about my personal life and everything like that, but my mom took a tumble down. I remember I watched it happen too, and I never brought this up to anybody, but this was actually about a few days ago, like a full year ago. But my mom was downstairs and she tripped. And we have like those post things at the bottom of like your stairs at your house or something like that. They're just like wood posts that stand there. Well, she went forward, and I watched it happen. I was in the living room right next to the other living room, and I watched her trip and go forward, and I heard her yell, and I heard a giant clonk, like a giant bang, and it shook the house a little bit. And I realized when I walked into the next room that she actually had hit her head on this wooden post on the bottom of the stairs, like full on went sprinting and just fucking dolphin dived into this wooden post. And this was during an ice storm, by the way, a complete ice storm. So the first thing I did and noticed was when I walked by her that there was a pool of blood next to her head. And without even thinking, I just said, "You idiot." And I ran upstairs and I told my brother to call 911, and I woke my dad up. My dad didn't believe it at first. Well, he questioned it at first. He was like, I was like, Mom just fucking knocked herself out and there's blood all next to her head. And he's like, "You're joking." And I was like, "No, I'm not." And the first thing he did was that he fucking flew out of that bed and ran down those stairs. I don't think I've ever seen him run faster. And we called an ambulance and they got her to the hospital, thankfully, but they had to drive through an ice storm to get her there. And it was like I remember like blood coming out of her nose and her mouth and everything. She busted her head really good. We thought she was gonna have to have stitches. She had to have stitches, and that was definitely a scary moment in my life and our lives because everybody thought we were gonna lose my mom right there because it was a nasty hit. Like it was fucking dolphin dived into a giant pole that was like stuck into the house. Like it didn't even move the thing at all, and she went at this thing like full on. Yeah, and it scared the hell out of us. I was scared that because I saw her tripping and I saw that she went down. I could have, ran in there. I started having those thoughts going through my head. I could have moved faster. I could have stopped her from falling. And if she dies from this, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And thankfully, that did not happen. She thankfully went to the hospital, got stitches. She had no concussion, thankfully. But yeah, it scared the hell out of us. Don't worry about it, Jimmy. I completely understand, man. This is a very emotional, guys. This is not your typical live stream. I literally named, Colby from Sam and Colby has cancer for a reason because it's gonna be a deeper subject. So I completely understand if it's too much for you. If you want to leave, I completely get it. She is okay now, but it did scare the hell out of us. I remember everybody was crying and everything, freaking out, and yeah, it was not fun. It was a horrible day. I was talking to my mother while we were walking down to the stairs, and she tripped and twisted her knee. She has knee problems now, and it's all my fault. I wouldn't. I wouldn't blame yourself automatically. I think that's such a common thing for people to do. I just. So sorry about your dad, Brandon. My papa died from cancer. It's always, it's never, this is never a fun subject. I was never going to pretend it was going to be a fun subject. You sound sad right now. You good? Are you asking me if I'm good? I'm pretty okay. Like, that was one of those days that just fucking hit me. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, it, life's scary sometimes. That's I think the main focus. Life is scary sometimes, and you never know what's going to come up really. So I don't nothing life risking for Colby. So if people are freaking out, make sure you just understand that there's nothing life risking. He's probably going to be going through some sort of therapy. Might go through some chemo, but nothing life risking. He already got the hardest part out of the way, so that's good on him. You can't blame yourself, just like you can't blame a doll for a real life issue like cancer, which I've seen people doing about Colby on Twitter. I'm sure the fucking posts, yeah, about Annabelle and Robert the doll, probably more Robert the doll than Annabelle, because saying, you know, that they were being disrespectful and stuff. What kind of cancer does he have? Scrim, thank you so much for joining. He has testicular cancer, so he had to have one of his balls removed, unfortunately. Hug your loved ones. Don't take life for granted. That's right. Never take life for granted. That's why you see me going through life every day doing YouTube, because I want to be a content creator when I grow up. I'm already grown up. I want to be a content creator for the rest of my life, so I'm always pushing myself to do better. And because life, I might not be alive tomorrow, right? I mean, that's just the reality of it. I might die tomorrow. It's a scary thought, but it's the absolute truth. I could walk down the street tomorrow and some fucking truck hits me, and that's it. So I don't want to live with regrets. I want to be absolutely 100% positive and confident in myself, and I want to be able to at least say that I think I did a lot in life. I did something different and unique, and I didn't do, you know, nothing. So can you go to the bathroom with just one ball? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can, yeah. Hey, Mike, how are you doing, man? Is Pyro heading out too? I gotta go. This is getting to me. All right, guys. See you. All right, see you in the next live stream. Yeah, if you guys want to leave, and if you guys can't handle the conversation, you don't have to stick around. You just don't have to stick around. You won't be disrespecting anybody. Just go ahead and hop off if it's really getting to you. Hope Sam visits Colby, and I'm sure the guys already visited him. I have no doubt in my mind Sam's already been to the hospital and visited Colby. That's without question. Do stream or something so we can see him now. He is and how he is doing. Hope Sam visits Colby and does a live stream. I would think and look, this might sound really ridiculous of me to say, but I feel like the guy's probably needing to stay away from the camera for a little bit. I think this is something that he's gonna need to do in his own time. I'm not trying to say that he cannot do a live stream. I'm not trying to be that guy, you know, bam, rulers coming out. I just think it would be better. If I would look, if I was dealing with testicular cancer, this would be nothing against my community. I would just want to have my privacy, especially with something like this. And people are going to say, you know, well, he already posted it on social media that he has testicular cancer, so it's not really private anymore. It's like, okay, but what he does and what he discusses in the hospital room is completely his own business, right? I mean, he obviously wanted the fans to know where and how he was doing. That's important, of course, but I don't think, you know, he needs to. No, don't worry about it, Darky. I see that you said sorry. No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. This is just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I mean, if he does on his own free time, that's 100% up to him. But I'm going to be honest with you. If my buddy came into my hospital room while I was dealing with my own testicular issues and he started filming and stuff, hey, this is for the fans and stuff, they want to know how you're doing and stuff, I would feel like, oh, come on, man, I'm dealing with, you know, some very serious issues. I'm not saying, again, people are going to think I'm being a grumpy guy again for saying that. I'm just saying if this was me in the situation, I would probably want my own privacy in this moment. You know, I just had my testicle cut out. I'm just being honest. Mel, how you doing? Thank you for hopping on in. When I sail it on Instagram and Twitter, started shaking and crying. When it's shot on Instagram, yeah, I have no doubt. I'm sure a lot of Sam and Colby fans probably really fucking worried about him, yeah. It's crazy that this is how I found out he had cancer. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people like me who woke up like literally maybe an hour ago now. When I first found out, I was like, oh, that's probably not true, and yeah. She slapped me and grabbed. I sometimes, when people are scared, they react angrily. I know you didn't mean to call your mom an idiot out of meanness. My mom said then die since you want me to leave when she found me in a noose. Yeah, I mean, some people, like, I said it because I was like, you idiot. Like, damn. because it scared the hell out of me. Yeah, when I was like, oh my god, this just happened, and there was a lot of blood, and that was my first reaction was like, fuck. So I ran upstairs and got everybody. That was more of a tough love kind of thing. It's like you love them so much that you do not want to see them die or anything like that. You just get mad. Yeah, it's just like fucking hell. I'm gonna go. The topic's getting to me. I completely understand, Jackie. I completely understand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Never a fun subject to talk about. The whole concept of cancer and everything like that. You don't have to share everything just because you shared one thing. When my ex-boyfriend's brother died, his fans thought they're entitled to know the date of the funeral and when he streams again. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of times that I think some certain fans, not saying all of them, certain fans will push it a little bit too much. They'll push that button a little bit too much, especially when it comes to the private life of someone. And there's nothing wrong with being fascinated and wanting to know more about someone that you praise certain situations more. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. If anybody in my family died, I'd probably make one post, and whenever I come back, I will talk about it more. But between that time of when I come back and that post, you probably won't hear much from me because I will be too much of a grieving person to want to talk to anybody. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. In Argentina. I saw your stream and it was the fuck. Then when I saw it, surprised me. I can't believe it. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I wanted to make a title that caught people's eyes too, like Colby from Sam and Colby has cancer, and that's it's not like a clickbait title. It's not anything like that. It's like a legitimate. This is actually happening. Yeah. How does it feel to know that you are gonna die alone? How does it feel to know that you are gonna die alone? Are you asking me? Like, if I'm alone and I'm gonna die alone? How does it feel to know that you are gonna die alone? Are you saying that I'm gonna die alone, Lunar? Um, hey, it is what it is. If I die alone, I die alone. That's all I can say. I want to check the photo, and at least he is going home. Oh, is he going home? Yep, anyone can answer. Was that a diss? I mean, look. If you think I'm gonna die alone, then I'm gonna die alone. She slapped me, sobbed, and grabbed me. She wouldn't let me go. We were sitting on the bathroom floor as she kept whispering, "You're not taking my baby from me. You're not taking my baby from me." Wow, yeah, that would be a real situation. I honestly hate being alone, so I'd rather not. It's not fun. I'll be dying with your dad's dick in my mouth. Oh my gosh. I kind of prefer to die alone, honestly. There's some peace to it. Sorry, that was such a rude thing to say. It took me by surprise. Normally, Lunar is actually not. You prefer dining alone too? Normally, Lunar, you don't really leave too many negative comments all the time. That kind of took me by surprise a little bit. But it's okay to ask that question, I suppose. I like being surrounded by loved ones. That's the ideal thing, right? That's the ideal way. When I see them in Walmart, I'm a dissociate. Do what you will. Hey, how's it going, man? Thank you so much for hopping on, and how are you doing tonight? These comments are just weird. They are weird. Yeah, you're right. That was the first time that's actually happened to me, honestly, for in a little while, where someone would be like, "How does it feel to know you're gonna die alone?" It's like, damn. This fire on you. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Thank you so much. Out of curiosity, what put you in such a bad mood? If I were to be dying slowly, I'd want someone I love to sing to me and hold me. What are your thoughts on reincarnation? That's an interesting question. I don't know. It's like that's one of those things, man. It's really hard for me to say whether it's true or not. I personally believe that when you die, that's it. Like you go to heaven or hell. Or if you have unfinished business, maybe you're stuck here in limbo or something like that. You know, maybe the possibilities are endless. But I wouldn't say it's like completely out of the question, to be honest. Yawning. Well, yeah, I just woke up not too long ago. It's very easy for me to yawn right now. It's 2 in the morning. Did Sam go with Colby to the hospital? I don't know if he went with him, but I'm assuming he probably has visited him. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I don't want to. When I reincarnate, I'm coming back as a nudie branch. How's it going, Creepy Cody? Thank you for hopping on, and it's going okay. By the way, if you have not hit the like button, guys, please hit that like button. Oh yeah, that's how tired I am. I forgot I had coffee next to me. Thank you for reminding me, Darky. Let me go ahead and yeah, my sister sent me that on. Let me go ahead and go to Sam Goldback's stories. Fuck cancer. Yeah, but seriously, cancer is no joke. If you can see how strong Colby has been through this process, he gets you. Okay, so he's made several posts. I'm not sure if he's actually gone to the hospital room and actually visited him, but I'm assuming he's probably tried to make it. Actually, I didn't mean to be a comeback line. I genuinely was asking, like, how does it feel to know that you're gonna die alone? You know, I just needed an opinion. Okay. Well, now I see the context of how you were saying it. When you first said it, it kind of sounded like you were coming at me knowing I was like a single guy, and you're like, how does it know you're gonna die alone? I didn't know that you meant it like that. That's my bad. Yeah, okay, now it makes sense to me. Honestly, it was like, yeah, context matters, and now it makes sense to why you said it. Okay. Sitting here with this thing, did she just ask me if I was gonna, like, how does it feel? I'm gonna die alone? It's like, I'm like 26 years old. I have like 60 years of life left. Anything could happen in 60 years. That was funny. But okay, now I get what you're saying. To die alone, it's one of those things, man. If I die alone, I die alone. If I don't die alone, then that's awesome, you know? I think reincarnation is an interesting topic in regards to the afterlife. Absolutely. I lost my mom last year. My mom's sister died 6 years ago, and it runs in my mom's and dad's side of the family. And some of my family died when I was a baby from this, and friend died when she was 12. Yeah. I stand behind what I said. I'm funny, LOL. You are really funny. That comment, if that was that was a pretty good comeback too. Like, damn. You actually, you know what, I'll say this though, during a dark discussion, and I'm not trying to treat this like a joke, because cancer is never a joke, and death is never a joke, but I do appreciate the moments of just complete, like, almost making me laugh, and in a dark situation, so I appreciate that on that level. God, this is a dark community. Anyone with cancer should see Chris Walk's posts on Instagram. His Instagram name is Chris beat cancer survivor who did not take chemo and use nutrition and natural therapies. I always stand behind what I said. You need to keep things light when it's dark. Look, it's good. It's important to have a little bit of light. Yeah, I'm bisexual, so I can meet your mom someday. Sometime. PG. Oh my gosh. Wow. And my birth, since my birth sign is Cancer. Mine is Cancer too, actually. Indeed, my friends. LOL. Well, I'm glad we have a lot of new people hopping on in and being part of the conversation. It doesn't always have to be dark. Obviously, we all still hope for Colby's getting through this with easy colors, and that's how you see. I'm tired, man. I think you guys can tell. I would love that she's been single for 20 years. I've been single for 26 years. I got her beat. Forgot to read what I said, Jordan. Did I really, man? Let me go back up and get that for you, dude. Sorry about that. Got a lot of comments coming in. Can I talk about Technoblade passing away too? He had passed away from cancer. Who's Technoblade? Apologies if I don't know who that is right away. Technoblade. Oh. Okay. Okay. So this guy was a YouTuber. Okay. He was a video gamer. 15.8 million subscribers. Damn, dude. So long, nerds. Wow. So he was a Minecraft gamer. That's sad. That is sad. Damn. Cancer sucks, but it seems like he's a good attitude about it, and that's good. Yeah, you definitely. It's important to keep up a good attitude. You want to be positive through a lot of stuff, and I think it's important to be positive. Though I also don't think it's good to keep all your sad and dark emotions inside either. I think it's important to let that out too. I'm sure the guy's probably cried or probably have felt pain since the whole thing has started. I'm sure there's been moments of just fucking damn it. You had to see how many tweets had been written about his death. Oh, Technoblade. That sucks. Yeah, I'm definitely. It's so fucked sad. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to get Darky. Are you in Minecraft Stan? Shay and I are too. Oh, if my cousin wakes up during the live stream, can you give her a birthday shout out? Her name is Danny Rose. I'm at her house now for her birthday dinner with my relatives. Well, I can go ahead and give her one right now. You know, happy birthday, Danny Rose. I hope you have a great birthday today. Cheyenne hopped on in. How you doing, Cheyenne? Thank you for hopping on in. Lovely Poison probably freaked Sam. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, dude. I've had situations where, you know, I've known someone who might have almost had cancer, and when they told me that there was a possibility, I freaked out automatically and went, you know, was like, no fucking way, dude. I summoned Cheyenne by saying her name too many times. I was about to say that she popped in at the right time. Chat, let's hug Jordan. Oh well, thank you. Love that, Darky. Okay, I'll play your shout out during the replay after she wakes up. Thanks, Jordan. No problem. No problem, Jason. Dude, I genuinely hope she has a good birthday too. I really do. By the way, if you're hopping on in, please leave a comment, leave a prayer for Colby, for he is going through some unfortunate times right now. If Jordan, if Jordan's a hugging type, I am actually. I do not mind hugs at all. Almost woke up my dad. I also believe that visiting a lot of negative locations can affect your physical health. You know what? Again, it's a very interesting conversation. I mean, you never know. You never know. I certainly don't. Oh God, I'm not much of a hugger unless I really love someone. Well, a lot of people really do not love me. I'm sure quite a few people in the Sam Colby community do not love me. But testicular cancer is not uncommon around our age. No, it's not. I never thought it was. I'll never lose Jordan streams. He LOL, done that before and sneezed, hurt. I saw the tweet earlier about Colby and I thought it was some sick joke until I noticed that Colby is the one that posted it. Yeah. I started taking a lot of notice to it when I had like 15 plus notifications all for Colby having cancer, and I was like, no fucking way. And I looked it up, and yeah. Techno literally wrote a letter before passing away. His first line was something like, if you are reading this, I'm dead. That's sad. That is sad. To completely know that you're about to die, and then to just write a letter about it. I mean, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine what was going through his mind. I don't want to make obviously assumptions about what was going through his mind, but that's horrifyingly sad. Seemed like the guy accomplished a lot though. I've noticed that. It looks like the guy really accomplished a lot in his life, which is awesome. That's always awesome. That's a goal, I feel like, is just to accomplish as much as you can. I do wonder if Sam and Colby will contact him. If Sam and Colby will contact him, contact who? Me? Contact me? It is sad, but it was a great video. And his long nerds video, his dad read it. He was so young too. How old was Technoblade? Out of curiosity, and I don't want to talk like fucking Colby's gonna die of cancer or anything like that. Trying to compare the two, but contact Techno. Oh, like okay, ghosts. Wow, that I don't know. I don't know. I was a hugger a few years ago. I am not now. I think 22 years old. Wow. Yeah, he was very young. That's like almost just out of high school young. I know one of my buddies back in the day when his brother passed away. I remember getting that news. I actually had met the guy once. I met the kid once, and his last name was McKibben. To give you guys an idea, I'm not gonna say his full name, but I remember his older brother was in my class, and the kid who passed away was like a grade below us. And I remember being at my house with a couple of friends, and one of the local kids named Levi came over, and he says, such his younger brother and stuff like that. And we were like, yeah, him and everything like that. I've actually had conversations. I played Bakugan at the park with this kid, and he goes and says, yeah, he died. He died. He's dead. And we all just kind of jaw dropped. We just looked at him like, what? And he said he got in a car crash and he died. And this kid was like maybe 14, 13 years old, 14, 15, maybe. And we just almost didn't know how to accept that news. It was like, no fucking way. Because his brother was in my grade too. And it was just fucking horrible. Jordan, have you seen the Tom Green special? He made that cover, the horror ordeal test. I have not seen that. Imagine if Sam reads the comment and does it. Maybe he isn't a ghost. He maybe is in heaven or hell. God knows. That's right. God only knows. That's so sad. I think 22. Techno, that's sad. Yeah, no, I mean, death is never a fun thing to talk about. It's just never a fun thing. Even if you don't know the person too well, it's always heartbreaking to find out certain things. And it's always hard to. Jordan, does your nerve damage feel like your arms are asleep? In a sense, like they're numbish. Or I wouldn't say they're asleep. At first, probably the first couple weeks, 3 weeks of having nerve damage, I've been doing stretches again, but that really was like bad. And yeah, it was like kind of almost a sleepish in a sense, like that feeling you'd get in your legs when you just sit down too long or something. Reminds me of my best friend Jesse. He passed away after being hit by a drunk driver. I still miss him. He had such a crush on. I had such a crush on him too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've had several situations out here with car crashes and things like that, and very scary situations. And people drive like idiots around Ohio. And I'm tired of all those people who actually keep making posts saying, I went to Ohio and survived and stuff. Do you realize I've been in Ohio for over 10 plus years now and I've survived the entire time? I could probably deal with the zombie apocalypse at this rate. But all these people who are making VR videos, I survived Ohio for a day. Do you realize I'm a fucking expert and I don't get nothing? He was 15 when he passed away. So sweet. Wanted to join the army. Oh, man. Yeah. That's sad. They have such big dreams. You have like their whole lives ahead of them, and some idiot who can't fucking drive properly. Yeah. Is Ohio dangerous? I guess it all depends on where you are in Ohio. If you're in like the Columbus or maybe Cleveland area, I could see maybe Dayton area. I could see why it might be dangerous in senses, but I feel like almost every state has those areas, those very shady places. Anyways, then watched his past videos. I have loss of feelings in arms and legs. I actually burnt my arms on the oven once. I didn't feel it. It was blistering. It could be dangerous. Yeah. To be clear, they're just making fun of Ohio because it's awful. You know what, though? Actually, I will say that I've been in Ohio for 10 plus years now, and it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's got its dumbasses for sure. It's got like its annoying people. But let's just be real. Almost every state in the United States has those dumbass people. Like I don't understand. Just because you cross the invisible line, automatically people are a lot worse here. There's dumbasses everywhere. There's drunk drivers. There's drug addicts. There's fucking what else? What else is evil in the world? I want to say people who do drugs all the time are evil, like marijuana and stuff. That's whatever. But Hairbrand, my uncle died of cancer recently. To be clear, they're Ohio pretty quiet on my side. It's not that bad. Actually, I would say it's actually peaceful where I'm at. I live in a small town in Ohio, and it's extremely peaceful. Really great community. I actually love it out here. Jungman, I agree. Hey, thank you so much for joining. If you guys are actually hopping on into the live stream and have not said hello, please, oh my goodness, say hello to me. Look, I've said it, the only good thing that comes out of Ohio is foolish gamers. That's right. And I'm starting to game on my second channel, so yeah. A lot of car crashes happen where I live. One girl from a school knew broke nearly every bone in her body. Luckily, she survived. Well, I'm glad she survived. Thank you so much for hopping on into the live stream, by the way, man. I appreciate it, and I hope you are interested in having a conversation. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to the channel, we are on our way to 20,000 subscribers. If you guys want to do me the honest to God favor and just subscribe to my channel, and I do talk about Sam and Colby a lot. I do reactions to their content. So if you are any sort of related to Sam and Colby, like their fan base or anything like that, and you just like watching their content and want to hear someone else's opinion, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel because I do a lot of Sam and Colby stuff. But I'm thinking of my uncle. I completely understand, Brandon. Don't worry about it, man. Again, it's a touchy subject, live stream, so I completely understand. Some good musicians are from Ohio. That's right. You're exactly right. There's some good things that come out of Ohio. I'm not necessarily from Ohio. I'm from the Washington area. I think we've sort of kind of stopped talking about Colby and everything. We kind of talked about him for the first like 40 minutes of the whole live stream and everything like that. And I think we gotten a lot of good points out there. We all hope for the best for him. We're all praying for him that he pulls through stronger than ever. Guy's already been strong enough dealing with it, so. Saw miles and miles of traffic jam around my Milan due to a car broke down, and a couple was just fighting in the middle of the highway instead of moving the damn car first. Yeah. Yeah. Peachy, but he's not as foolish as the name suggests. Also, guys, recently there were 2 earthquakes in Turkey. I heard about the earthquakes. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is sad as all hell too. Yeah. I feel like there was a lot of people who died. I think there's over like thousands of people who lost their lives in that earthquake or those earthquakes. It is extremely horrible. Yeah, 8,000 plus people I heard. Fucking hell. My friend died of cancer. I don't know what kind of cancer she has and 12 years old in 6th grade like me. I see her on Thursday and the next day at 7 a.m. Mom wake up for school. She was gone. That's fucking sad. That is fucking sad. Earthquake was awful. Yeah. Yeah, that was sad news. The world has gone through a lot these past few years. I mean, the world has always gone through its own versions of dark times and everything, and it's gonna only continue. I mean, it's always unfortunate and sad and heartbreaking. I hate hearing about it, but it's life. It's life, and no matter what we do, we're gonna be hearing about more of this kind of stuff. I'm sure in the future. I fucking it's yeah. I haven't even watched. I don't even want to watch the videos because it's like I feel like I'm already aware of what happened, and I think that's more than enough. I like it's heartbreaking, and that watch the videos is just if you can stomach it, if you can watch it, that's good on you. But I don't think I could stomach it. It's heartbreaking because those are like thousands upon thousands of people who just got completely crushed under buildings that they were in. Yeah, it's not easy to watch. Hey, Desire, thank you so much for hopping on it. I hope I pronounced your name right. If I didn't, you can smack me beside the face. That's fine. And mass shooting on a day. Yeah. Well, I feel like mass shootings happened a lot, anyways. It's just now they're becoming more common to talk about. So, like the shootings in the fucking United States, I'm sure have always been horrible. I've been hearing about shootings since I was a kid. So now it's like, yeah, we're starting to talk about it more because I think they want to start doing semi-auto, which I mean, I don't see a need to own like a fucking assault rifle or anything like that, but I guess I can understand. I don't even want to talk. I don't want to talk about politics. Actually, nah, I feel like once you start talking about politics, people start fucking running you through the mud, and I'd rather not. I'd rather not. You know what I mean? 2024 future. Every year feels like it's the end of some time. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of that conversation. I have a morbid curiosity with natural disasters. I have to watch the videos and always have donate to charity. And look, I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad you donate to charity and stuff like that. People have been donating a lot to that whole situation. People are temporary. You're right. You're not wrong. I could literally die tomorrow, but there'll be another person who will take my place more than likely. I mean, there's like even if like I were to die tomorrow, there's other reactors in the world, right? I mean, that's just the blunt reality of it. Like I'm sure if I died, a lot of my viewers probably have other reactors they can go watch, so it wouldn't change all too much. Jordan, can I tell you my first paranormal experience? Yes, you can. Yeah, I worked at a nursing home for 2 years, and it was not fun being yelled at by old people. Oh my gosh, this is still heartbreaking. Oh, it's always heartbreaking. Yeah, this shit's always heartbreaking. I can't imagine the things doing on in people's minds doing sort of thing, especially school shooting. That's terrifying. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Sorry, I know this is getting like extremely dark and everything, so I do apologize for anybody who's hopping on in and like talking about Colby having cancer, and now we're talking about earthquakes and everything and people getting buried alive. It's not. It definitely a very dark live stream. Got to go. Have a good night, everyone. Bye, Jordan. Bye, chat. All right, Francis. Thank you so much for hopping on. I hope you have a great night, man. If you want to, we can move on to more lighthearted subjects. That's fine too, guys. But I did want to go ahead and get my current thoughts about Colby out of the way at least. And because people were asking me a lot earlier. So I definitely wanted to get that out of the way. We are talking about what happens in life these days. Yes, we are. God, the lighting in my room is shit. He is amazing for being this strong, and it makes me really happy that he can still keep a smile on his face. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad he's being positive about it. I'm glad he's doing that at least. Yeah, nothing wrong with getting a little deep at 2:30. That's that's right. Was working when Colby tweeted about it. Yeah, I remember when I was working at Walmart, and I remember when John Schnepp passed away. I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know who John Schnepp is, but they called him the King of Sweaties, and he was on the Collider Movie Talk or AMC Movie Talk stuff. I remember when he passed away, and I was at work, and that news dropped on me. That fucking hit. I've known a couple of like YouTubers and stuff who have passed away. I can't remember how he passed away, but definitely hit me. Because I used to watch that guy so much. He made me laugh so much. It turns out that I turned on the flashlight. My mobile started talking to the spirits. Suddenly, the flashlight turned off, but the power option was still there. Ooh, interesting. That's interesting. Huh. We have 229 views right now, guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm glad a lot of people are hopping on in and talking about this and the subject at hand. That was wreckful for me. I committed suicide. I was destroyed. That was a wreckful for me. When he committed suicide, I was destroyed. Which content creator? Are you talking about John Schnepp? Did he commit suicide? I'm pretty sure Ghost in My House, the ghost of Jordan, Read my previous comment, Jordan, to understand better, please. It turns out that I turned on the flashlight, my mobile, and started talking to the spirit. Suddenly, the flashlight turned off, but the power option was still there. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, no, guys, I do apologize. It is extremely late, and I'm just not in it all the way. Like my head is just. I've only had one cup of coffee since waking up, and that is a crime. No, the other one. Well, I was alone near a road at night. My father was recording with his friend, and I accompanied him. It turns out that I wanted to try the spirit box from my cell phone. It turns out that I turned on the flashlight on my mobile, and it started talking to the spirits. Suddenly, the flashlight turned off, but the power option was still there. Interesting. So the flashlight on the phone just went out, but the power was still on. So there should have been no reason why the flashlight would have turned off. I am back and I've calmed down a bit. All right, Brandon, welcome back, man. Pretty sure you have a ghost in your house. I know for a fact I have a ghost in my house. Are there any Filipino restaurants in Ohio? Have you tried the Filipino food? I don't think I have, actually. I'm not sure if there are any Filipino restaurants in Ohio. There's a lot of Chinese foods, a lot of pizza places, a lot of Burger Kings and McDonald's, and a lot of fast food joints, but I'm not sure if to be fair, one of the celebrity deaths that hit me the hard was the first time Harold Ramis. Yeah, from Ghostbusters. Yep. And I still miss him. He was one of the childhood heroes, along with Robert Englund. Yeah, with Robert Englund. The one that really hit me the most when it came to celebrity deaths and everything was definitely Robin Williams. Robin Williams hit me a lot, and Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. To see him pass away, that was tough. Ted White, also another one of those people. Ted White and George P. Wilbur made me pretty emotional too. As soon as I noticed that, I ended the session, respectfully put it off the spirit box and flashlight. Come back, yeah, respectable, understandable. I can see why you did that. I seen that the spirit at my I seen my first spirit at my best friend's house, and it turns out that it was her grandmother that passed away. Oh wow. The other one that hit me was Christian Bale. Christian Bale passed away. Christian Bale passed away, guys. No, he didn't pass away. Self-ghost diagnosing yourself. There's a ghost in your house. I was scared, so I had to. Although back when I was starting to get chemo, it was really dark time, and I really wish he doesn't have to deal with that. I really wish he doesn't have to deal with that. Yeah, I'm sure it's not gonna be a walk in the park. I'm glad he's staying positive and everything, but I'm sure he has a long road of recovery ahead of him. Unfortunately, I really hate saying that too, because it's like, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be really sad to know that. And I'm glad. And you know what? This is obviously for the obvious better. He needs to go ahead and worry about this right now and focus on getting better. I'm not really worried about the Sam and Colby content as long as he is getting the help he needs and the therapy he needs to get better. I think Betty White passing away broke me. Also, Leslie Jordan. Oh, yeah, Leslie Jordan. Yep, that wasn't even that long ago when he passed away. Yeah, Betty White. That shocked a lot of us, man. She was like only like a day or two away from the next year. Okay, guys, I have to head to bed. Good night. All right, Peachy, thank you for hopping on in. I hope you have a great night. You're not wrong about fast food in Ohio. Yeah, there's a lot of fast food in fucking Ohio. I was scared I had back when I was starting to getting chemo. I thought Betty White. I said to myself I should never do another session again, but thanks that I believe that paranormal exists. I definitely believe paranormal exists, and sometimes you got to know when to fold them. You know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Bye, Peachy. Tell your mom I said I love you. What a night! What a night, guys. First thing I find out was that Colby had cancer. What a night! Holy hell! I am stuffy. Lunar, tell your dad I'll see him in bed. But I think loved your Scooby Doo video. Oh yeah, that was fun to film the Scooby Doo video. I think a lot of people. If you have not watched that, by the way, I reacted to that Blair Witch Project Scooby Doo crossover video, and I had a lot of fun doing that. So if you have not watched it, please head on over there and watch that and give it a like. Let me know actually if there's any other content like that that you would like to see. Kevin Conroy. Okay. I can see why you got him confused. Kevin Conroy. That was pretty tough too. Yeah, that was a gut punch. Yep. That was sad. I think Mark Hamill actually came out and said he actually is not going to be doing any more Batman stuff because he doesn't have his Batman there with him anymore. Good night for real now. All right, good night, Peachy. Is COVID as bad as they say it is? Yeah, I had it for about a week, and it was fucked. About a week or so, and it was not fun at all. My whole body ached. I wanted to throw up, couldn't throw up. It was not fun at all. I'm curious, does Sam go forward to doing paranormal investigation episodes without Colby for a while? That's an interesting question, actually. I would probably guess no. I would probably guess, I mean, this would be a good time for Sam actually to focus on his other channel. I'm pretty sure he has his own, like, specific channel, right? Sam and Colby, it wouldn't be the same without Colby. So I would figure he would probably do some more stuff for the Sam Goldback channel. At least that's what I would focus on. While my buddy is not, you know, around to help me at the moment. She has a vibe. All I know is it was one of the best Batmans. Oh, yeah, he definitely was. Good night, son. Good night, son, Lunar. Hope not. Dang, there's too many balloons in here. I'm afraid they might pop. I hate sun noises, loud noises. Yeah, they suck. They both have their own channels, I believe. Yep, they have their own separate channels, Colby Brock and Sam Goldback. I would say that if I were Colby, I would definitely, if I were to film anything in the hospital, definitely post it to the Colby Brock channel. And if I was Sam, I'd definitely post to the Sam Goldback channel, get some content over there. They have like over millions of subscribers on their other channels too. I mean, once you have a big channel, it's easy to get subscribers on your other channels. I don't think Sam will go by himself doing paranormal investigations. Probably not. Yep, I still miss Conroy too. His voice as Batman will always be the voice in my head whenever... He literally has the best Batman voice. You're absolutely right. No, I can't see Sam going ghost hunting alone. I couldn't see it either. Maybe exploring videos, maybe, but I don't know why he would want to do that by himself. It wouldn't be fun. If I were to go exploring, doing exploring videos, I want my buddy Lane there with me. Me and Lane would have a blast doing that shit. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Then again, you know, you could probably see Sam going with a lot of the other people they do paranormal investigations with. Maybe they decide to do he does a collaboration with Selena Spooky or something like that while Colby's recovering. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, they could always do something like that for sure, but I would prefer probably to stick with, if I was going to be doing the Sam and Colby channel, I would definitely make sure I'd have my buddy Colby there with me, because he's also in the title, right? Did anyone else see the video of Seth and Chase Borden giving each other questions? I did not, Joseph. By the way, thank you for joining. I know you've been here, I think, right? Sorry, I'm out of it. I know I'm fuck. Well, if Sam, I don't think would go ghost hunting by himself, I would be too scared to go by myself. I would be too. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Silent Sparrow, how's it doing, man? I missed their pranks and fun time with friends. Seems like they lost a lot of friends, but it's those friendships probably weren't true. I feel like, and look, I feel like this is the truth with any content creator, especially when you're a bigger content creator, is at some point, you're going to burn bridges. I hate saying it. At some point, you're going to burn bridges because people are going to have creative differences. People are going to want to do things, and you're not giving them the free range to do things because you want the channel to go one way, and they want it to go another way. And these are things that, unfortunately, a lot of content creators face. And, I mean, I think Jake, one of the reasons why he just wasn't wanting to be around. I thought you were around, man. I thought you were around. Sorry about that. But one of the reasons why I think Jake decided he was going to go a separate way was because he just personally did not believe in the paranormal. And that's what Sam and Colby were definitely wanting to stick to, was the paranormal. So he went and did his own thing with serial killer memorabilia, which are very interesting videos, honestly. I got to do more reactions to that guy, actually. Really, really dug his videos. Very fun. And I don't know what went down between Elton and Sam and Colby, but I think it was more negative than positive. I don't think it was a falling out on good terms. I really think that he just does not want anything to do with Sam and Colby anymore. At least that's the way he gives. That's the vibe he gives. I remember somebody asked him that question like on a live thing, and he just lost his shit. Like, just got more annoyed than anything. He just like, nope, not gonna happen. Stop bringing it up or something like that. It was just like, really, he just did not want to be around that conversation. And it's just like, damn, dude, what happened to you? And then Corey Shear, I don't know. I don't think he has any bad. He's not one of the people I would expect to have bad blood between Sam and Colby, and why he doesn't do collaborations with them anymore. I actually feel like he probably would do something with them again. But then again, I saw how Sam and Colby were always kind of pushing him to do stuff that made him uncomfortable, so maybe he just didn't want to be a part of that anymore, which I completely understand too. I saw a tweet saying the content creators see YouTube as competition and don't like to do collaborations or be friends anymore. That's sad reality of content creators. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie to you. I've gotten competitive several times. As a matter of fact, I actually got so pumped up when I saw people I used to watch before YouTube, and I've surpassed them in subscribers. That's such a crazy feeling, man, especially when you grew up watching those people. And I still have the same amount of respect for them as I do did then. Don't get me wrong. But and there's certain people I would love to see myself surpass in subscribers. But again, it's not something I'm trying to make. I don't want it to ever be like a toxic thing. I don't want it to be like a personal thing. And I think some content creators bring it to that personal level to where they really want to just blow other people out of the water, completely surpass Markiplier, completely surpass Jacksepticeye, completely surpass the boys, or whatever you want to say. Not necessarily the thing I want to do. I just want to be successful at what I do. That's all I want to do. And I think that's a good thing to, I think that's a good thing to keep telling yourself too, is just you want to be successful at what you do. You don't need to be the best. And I'm certainly not the best. I don't think I'm the best. I think there are other reactors out there, and there's other content creators out there who are far more entertaining than me. And that's going without saying. I just personally believe that. Jake doesn't believe in the paranormal, which makes sense why he doesn't want to do videos with Sam and Colby anymore, since they do that stuff. It's their job. Right, exactly. That's how I feel too. If they were doing exploring videos, I could see Jake being a part of that stuff. But when it comes to the paranormal, which is like literally 90% of their channel now, 95%, I'll go 95, then yeah, I just completely understand. Maybe one day you'll have your own brand of coffee like Jacksepticeye. That'd be fucking awesome. Support me on Patreon. Support me on Patreon. Subscribe to the channel. I want my own coffee brand. Coffee kills. No, coffee is good for the soul is what it's going to be called. Soul coffee. That was a quote we used to say all the time on this channel. Coffee is good for you. It's good for the soul. Michael would do it all the time. I'd have him like, this is something I told him to do almost every video. Is like, take a cup of coffee. Coffee, it's good for you. It's good for the soul. It was fun, man. We had fun doing that stuff. Here's one of the reasons I believe the supernatural. One day I was in my living room with my younger brother, and we both saw the dog leash swing back and forth. There was no draft considering our doors were closed, and we also had an air conditioner back. We had no air conditioner back then. No windows were open. I didn't know an act. We were both ran back to the room. Yeah, man, I've been in those situations before. Corey joined Elton and his paranormal channel overnight, and he still pushed Corey. I stopped watching their content because Elton pushes too close to satanic things that my soul cannot handle. Yeah, that's one of the things. And look, I'm never gonna promote trying to do stupid shit for content. As someone who does believe in the paranormal, as someone who does believe in consequences to these actions, I would never openly invite a demon to try to possess me for the purpose of trying to find answers. I think you should always have a good, you should have a good point. There should be a fine line, is what I'm getting at. There should be a fine line of what you should do and what you shouldn't do in a paranormal investigation. And literally allowing this thing to come through you and actually possess you, never a good thing. Never, especially if it's something you do not understand. And I'm glad that he had Corey there to kind of tell him, what you're doing is dangerous, man. What you're doing is dangerous. And it's like, if you are a paranormal investigator, this is something you should be already aware of. You should know the dangers of what you're doing. And he did know. That's the thing. He did know the dangers of what he was doing, but he didn't care. He wanted to push himself. And that's not always a good thing. Yeah, not smart to do, buddy. It's just not. It's just not smart to do. And I don't have nothing against Elton either. I know a lot of people really hate on Elton. Apparently, there's a lot of reasons why a lot of people hate on Elton, and I completely understand if you have your own personal reasons on why you just don't like him. Sometimes, yes, I can agree. He can be annoying. He can be pushing things that he shouldn't be pushing. Completely understand that 100%. I don't have nothing against him, though, in personal retrospects. I do think sometimes, though, he really does push the envelope, and I do think he's putting everybody else at risk when he does that, too, and that's not good. I recently had an experience at the Piedmont house in Eureka Springs. The door slammed twice in the room I was clearing. Ooh. Sam and Colby have charged a lot through YouTube. I barely started watching around my birthday in December, and I've been mostly seeing their newer content and recently saw one of their older videos. Yeah, their older ones I'm not a big fan of. And a lot of people know that with me. Their older stuff, like their first 20 to 30 videos, not my cup of coffee. It's cringy to me that they are walking up to strangers and asking them to marry them. That shit, I'm not a fan of. Walking behind bigger people with a tuba, it's just not for me. But I completely understand why they got blown up so big. I completely understand their fame. I do. I will acknowledge it. Yeah, they definitely deserve those subscribers. They have pushed themselves beyond limits. So, and they have a lot more guts than I would, because I would never do that shit without thinking I'm looking stupid as all hell. Some people want proof so bad that they begin crossing morale lines. Yep. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. It's like, stop and think for a moment. If you truly believe in these things, you need to really start asking yourself, what are the possibilities? That one of the biggest, and a good example of that, and why I think Corey may have just decided I'm going to step away from Sam and Colby, is because Sam specifically, and I have nothing against these guys, so please don't take it like I'm going after them personally, but I remember when Sam, during the Shadow Man series, was really pushing for Corey to do the Ouija board that he hadn't touched since he was like a kid. He was really pushing for answers, right? So he was putting his friend on the line for answers. And I just think that's such a dangerous game to play, man, especially with somebody who knows the consequences of what is happening. But he was kind of putting him on the spot in front of the camera, in front of the audiences. He's like, you got to do this, man. You got to do it. And at some point, he was like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I think that was so wrong to do. Because, of course, a demon or a dark entity is going to want you to fucking communicate with it, right? Of course it's going to want to do that. So it's going to do whatever it can in its power to make sure that happens. And he gave it more acknowledgement, and nothing good came out of that situation. Nothing good at all. They got all negative responses, so it didn't help in any sort of way. Chris says, clickbait. They are great guys. Their friendship is balanced. Are you talking about, which one are you talking about? Which, all of them together? Sam and Colby have changed a lot throughout their YouTube. I barely started watching around my birthday. Some people want proof so bad they begin to, yep. Sorry, I'm rereading the comments to make sure I'm all caught up. Sam and Colby, they have great friendship. Yeah, it's balanced. You're right. That's why they work so well off each other. You're right. I actually started seeing a lot of similarities between, not really, they're their own kind of, duo, but Elton and Corey have become somewhat of their own duo in the paranormal community. Kind of like Zach and Aaron, right? Zach Baggins and Aaron Goodwin. Kind of become their own kind of duo. Probably the most iconic one, though. Well, not today, but Ed and Lorraine Warren are probably the most iconic paranormal duo out there. Then Twin Paranormal's coming out. I mean, there's always two, right? There's always two people. Two people in the group who really stand out amongst the rest. I have been watching TFIL with Elton and Corey, and it's pretty funny. Are you saying clickbait because I'm not talking about Colby anymore? If you're saying clickbait because of that reason, I literally spent the first probably 45 to 50 minutes of the live stream talking about the whole Colby situation. Yeah, if you guys are just hopping on in, we literally spent probably almost an hour talking about Colby. What concerns me is their investigation with Robert Dahl, who does things to people with disrespect him, which they did, and now Colby has cancer. You see, I'm not gonna jump on the that's a big theory to make, and it is a theory. You're right, it is a theory. So I mean, it's always gonna be out there, especially with what they do for a living. That's always going to be out there. And I'm not trying to talk down to you like, I know better or anything like that. You could be completely right and I could be completely wrong for all I know. But I genuinely think that this is probably something that was going to happen regardless of Robert the Doll or anything that they've dealt with in the paranormal. Who am I to say? But that's genuinely, because it's not like a crazy thing either to get testicular cancer. Someone even mentioned it at the age of mid-20s. We got off topic a lot in these live streams. We do sometimes, yeah, we do. But I'm not trying to be like, that wasn't a clickbait title. Literally the first 50 minutes of the video is me talking about the whole situation. Just saying hi. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Don't worry about missing the live stream, dude. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We talked about the dead at the start of the live, guys. You can rewind. Yeah, we talked about probably within the first 40, 50 minutes, we started talking about our own issue, our own encounters with horrible situations and everything like that. Not trying to compare the whole Colby thing with people dying and everything in our own situation. It's just kind of something that happened. We start with one subject and then we move on to something else. It always happens in these live streams, I swear to God. I personally love watching Seth Borden doing his paranormal investigation episodes. He seems more humble and caring about his videos. I like Seth, man. I actually do. I've been wanting to do more reactions to him. I hope it's not, but things that happen in the devil can manifest real things on people, but it's a theory. And you got to keep in mind, too, that Colby, out of both of them, believes in God more than Sam does. I mean, he has God on his side, so you could always say that, yes, this could be the work of the devil and Robert the Doll and whatever you want to say, but in reality, the guy believes in God. So if it was supernatural or paranormal or maybe even religious, I just don't see it that would have an effect on him. Yeah, Seth Borden seems like a really cool guy. I like his content, man. He's pretty good, pretty cool. I gotta check out his more recent stuff. I think he did something at Skinwalker Ranch, which has actually been catching my eye. I really want to read that. We started talking about cancer to the paranormal. That's like, yeah, it's basically a very dark live stream of what we normally do. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning me, other patrons. You were awesome, JD. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys becoming patrons to my channel. So, absolutely, yeah, you guys get shout outs a lot. I really like Seth and Josh collabs. Yeah. I like Josh too. I do like both of those guys. Those guys are really good at what they do. Yeah, this is not your typical live stream, folks. This is a very interesting subject live stream. But again, the only reason why I'm doing a live stream right now is because I was blown up after comment of people saying he has cancer, and I really thought, all right, I'll go ahead and post a video giving my opinion because a lot of people were curious. So yeah, Josh was also a paranormal skeptic. When are you doing another gaming live stream? Good question, man. When do you guys think I should do another gaming live stream over on the second channel? When would you guys like to see that? Because I'm building Sam and Colby on Minecraft with the next live stream. When would you guys like to see that? By the way, I like sending emojis. Hope it doesn't bother you, chat, or you, Jordan. No, do go for it, man. Send emojis. You're fine. No worries, man. Thursday is okay. What's today? Wednesday? Okay, I'll see what I can do tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. Just keep an eye out on the gaming channel. By the way, if you guys are hopping on in here and have not slain the like button, please slay the like button. It gives me an idea of who's all watching, because sometimes my YouTube analytics are not accurate, and there's a lot more people watching than I'm giving them credit for or like know or aware of. So if you hit the like button, it's just an easy way of letting me know how many people are probably hopping on in that have not spoken. How many patrons do you have now? We have 49. We lost a couple. Yeah, we lost a couple. We have 49 patrons, so we're back one down below the first goal. The second goal, which is the end of the year goal we're hoping for, is 150 patrons. It's not going to happen if we keep losing people, unfortunately, but yeah, we're hoping to hit 150 patrons. So if you guys are loving the reactions to Sam and Colby, or if you're loving the reactions to the paranormal videos in general, I highly recommend becoming a patron to my channel, because it's gonna like basically give the big thumbs up stamp on these reactions continuing in the future. It's all up to you guys, really. I mean, YouTube has gotten so strict with their policies and with their restrictions that I'm just not making really much money on ad revenue, unfortunately, anymore. So if you guys really want to go the extra mile, you're like, hey, I like these guys' reactions, I like how honest he is, I like everything about him, then please just become a supporter. Just be, even for $1 a month. If you can spare even $1, you could be changing literally the course of this channel, which is just insane to think about. Marlene, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. I never get the notifications. Of course you don't, man. Fucking YouTube with their notifications, I swear to God. I'll always be a $10 patron, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So here, I'll go ahead and do this. If anybody here who just found my channel or may be curious to support me in any sort of way, I'm gonna let you know right now that I fucking love you. And here's my Patreon account. So if you guys want to support me over on Patreon, I gotta say, you will be awesome. I want to be a patron. I'm just broke, but I want to join. Also, do you ever do giveaways for your merch? I just announced recently, Desiree, I just announced recently that I will be doing merch giveaways when we hit 150 patrons. So this after the second goal, merch giveaways I might do every like 5 months. So like you'll see like a hat, or like I'll have you guys vote on the next giveaway. So whatever you guys, if you guys want to support me, it means a lot. They were making a new video soon. Now what? Oh yeah, no, I think that video is probably still coming out, but I think they already have videos made and edited and scheduled, so I'm sure there's gonna be content coming out while he's in the hospital, but I don't think they have anything filmed after those videos, so they might have to hold back on several. Yeah. I live in rural areas, but I cannot live there because of skinwalkers and Wendigo. I live in a rural area. I'm a Christian, and I can fortify my home with prayer. I can only do so much to fight back. Honestly, very real, but things love your... oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Honest. I love you, man. I love you. I love you guys. Yeah, YouTube can be real drug. Ever heard of... I have not heard of that. Markiplier in the Markiplier? No, I have not heard about that. What was that all about? Interesting. I couldn't pronounce that first name. Let me go ahead and look it up really quick. Markiplier isn't happy with YouTube. Screwed over Markiplier and Corey. Oh, they screwed over her. Yeah. Okay, that's not that long ago. That was August. Oh, wow. Okay. Honest, you're real. Love you too, man. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Again, if you guys love this channel, if you guys really want to see it continue, support me on Patreon. That's all I ask. Support me on Patreon. There's like 16,000 subscribers. I'm sure some of you guys can spare $1. Sorry. Sorry. You need to stop cussing. I don't give a fuck. Hey, some people do not like it when I cuss, and that's fine. I get it. I do. Sometimes I cuss too much. The F-bomb drops. I remember someone left a comment saying, I'm glad you didn't cuss so much on the Rambo reaction. And actually, I did. I just kind of bleeped him out. I cussed at least like 6, 7 times in that whole reaction, and you just don't hear it because I completely removed the audio to the F word. My heart dropped when I first saw someone saying he had cancer, but when I saw him smiling, I couldn't help but smile too. Yeah. Yeah, he's staying strong through the whole situation. My mom curses all the time. I'm very used to hearing them. Same. I grew up in a household, so can you spare $1? You sounded like a homeless man. Can you spare $1, Sal? Can you spare $1? That's actually no, dude. You just gave me an idea. You just gave me an idea for the video. I'm gonna get a fucking cup and just act like a homeless guy and just start shaking the thing. That's pretty good. When you said you screwed up, I remember when Sam and Colby went to jail. Oh, dude, yeah. Sam and Colby went to jail. Thank you so much for this. Oh, thank you so much for the $3, Silent Sparrow. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, I appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Every bit helps, guys. Every bit helps. I appreciate it. Joseph, though, that means Sam and Colby or Nate have to write letters to apologize to Robert the Doll to get... I wonder if they're going to do that. Now you got me thinking. I wonder if there's going to be a video. We apologize to Robert the Doll. That's what's going to be taught. We apologized. And it's going to be them apologizing to Robert. They kind of already did, didn't they? They already apologized before leaving. Did you know Alice Cooper turned 75? Yeah, I did. Yep. He's up there in age now, yeah. I made Jordan a beggar. Yep, I'm a beggar. Hey, if you're not getting a lot of support, well, I'm getting a lot of support. Don't get me wrong. We got 49 patrons. I mean, that's a lot of people. There's just always room for more, right? There's just always room for more, and you got to promote yourself when you're a content creator. So that's my thing. My thing is now going to be shaking a cup in front of the camera, putting a little bit of change in there to make it sound like it's legit, and just saying, hey guys, this is going to go to the channel, and there you go. Beggar for money or love? You're reading deep into the situation. Maybe both. Well, technically, if I become successful at what I do, I mean, maybe some people have more respect for me. Who knows? I mean, there's already a lot of people who actually have grown respect for me, which I appreciate a lot. Actually, you know what's funny? I remember I heard about the class get together. What is it called? Reunion, class reunion. We had a class reunion a couple years ago, and most of the people who actually part of that reunion never would have talked to me, never would have wasted the time of day for me. But since they found out I was a content creator and was actually doing things that was crazy, they no joke were asking, "Hey, where's Jordan? We were hoping to see him and stuff." And it was like, wow, man. I've been trying to be a content creator for 4 years. You know what? I've been content creating for 2 years, and at first it was rough. It was really rough. A lot of people wouldn't waste their time on me. A lot of people really underplayed me, and I guess that they had every right to do so. I was not a great content creator. I was so shy and so awkward and whatnot. I appreciate your support, Silence Sparrow. Don't worry about it, man. It's never required, guys. I respect you 1,000,000%, bro. Well, I respect you too, man. I respect a lot of you guys. I really do. I love my community. I think they have grown. We have grown in such a solid community, and it may be a small community, but I'm okay with that. It's a fucking solid community. Starting YouTube is the hardest part, I hear. It's starting YouTube. I mean, you can go back to the early videos and you can just see how horrible I was at content creating. Yeah, it was fucked. You will get there if you truly desire to be. I definitely desire to be a content creator. I've been spending 2 years of my life just focusing on content creating. I'm too scared to be in my own content. That was a fear of mine too. Take it from somebody who was literally bullied for everything. Like, I was bullied for my looks. I was bullied for my shyness. I literally became a content creator. Like, anybody can do it. It just depends on your drive to do it. You're the only content creator I see going live. Really? I'm the only one live right now? I hate when people say that they hate being a YouTuber. It isn't a real... Dude, yes. Oh my gosh. That is something that you... Okay, yeah. You know, I've probably been told that at least 4 to 5 times in my complete career. But even one time by one of my best friends, I was told it. Technically, it's not a real job because I don't know, were they jealous that I was making money doing it? I don't know. But I remember I got told that one time, and I was so heartbroken because this was coming from one of my best friends. It was like, wow, you actually like almost have no faith in what I'm doing. Quality or quantity, kind of Marvel lacking lately. Kind of what Marvel has been lacking. Yeah. I kind of, dude, I just do Marvel to the side. What even is a real job, right? Right? I mean, if you're making money doing it, it's a job. Fuck. Like, that always annoyed me, man. When people would say it's not a real job, it's like, do you know how much work goes into a YouTube channel? Do you understand how much work actually goes into content creating? I have to edit, I have to post, I have to schedule, I have to film. Like, there's a lot that goes into content creating. It's not just a walk in the park job. It's actually a very challenging job, but I enjoy it. That's what makes it so special to me compared to other jobs. I enjoy doing it. When you get paid for something, when do you get paid for when you get paid for something you do? Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's a real job. Yeah, got to work for the money. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm working for the money. I'm trying to deliver on a lot of things that I've told people I want to deliver on. I've pushed myself beyond boundaries. Like, I've pushed myself so far that it feels like I'm accomplishing something. I never used to think I was accomplishing anything. I feel like I've actually accomplished a lot. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you do, Jordan? I'd be a supervisor at Walmart still. I took a risk. When the pandemic happened, I took a risk. I'm like, I want to focus on my passion for content creating and delivering on entertainment. And I did. I was given an opportunity to do so. And they've been, everybody around me has been happy for me ever since. Basically, a real job is something you hate to do, but you have to do it for money. At least that's what people say nowadays. Yeah, because people really don't want to. And there's a lot of people who really will not push themselves to go the extra mile to try to do something. Some people just want to play it easy, which is fine. I mean, that makes sense. There's been times where I'm like, I should probably get a part-time job or something to help out with the stuff I do. But I'm so worried that when I do that, I'm not going to have time for YouTube anymore. And that's something I just don't want to do because that's going to be a big regret on my life. If I have to give up YouTube for a job, like another job, I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life. I already know it. And that's something I just don't want to regret. That's why I'm always promoting Patreon. That's why I'm always promoting... I'm promoting Patreon until the day I can actually do better content. You know, I can buy better equipment and better cameras and everything like that and really push the channel to new heights. Stuff ain't free in life. You're right. No, it's not. Work is evolving, and most people still believe in the blue-collar job is honorably because it's physically challenging, and it takes more pride in that. A musician, artist, and YouTuber, everything I wanted having a career had it labeled, and it's not a real job, and I'm like, then what is it? You just gotta ignore those people, man. I've lived my life ignoring those people now. I used to actually take what they say seriously, and actually having my friends say that to me was really gut punch. But I have pushed all of those people to the side and ignored them because I won't accomplish anything if I listen to them. And I want to be able to look back on that, right? This is my dream. Deep down, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to look back on those people and say, what are you going to tell me now? Now that I'm very successful at what I do, what are you going to tell me? You're going to tell me it's still not a job? Even though I'm making probably more money than you'll ever will in your entire life. I don't want to be a douchebag about it, obviously, but dude, sometimes people, when they come at you and they don't think about what they're saying, can really hurt your feelings, especially when you really have a passion for doing what you do. And then for them to come over to you and just say, you know, it's not a real job, you know. It's like, fuck. It's just fuck. It's one of those things. Wanting to be financially independent and having a relationship with money. Lunar, I'm a Virgo. If you're happy, Jordan, that's all that matters. Seriously. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. And it's kind of like you're trying to fucking put a halt on my happiness. You're trying to put a halt on what I want to do with my life. Because you personally, I don't know what their reasons was for saying it, but I guess then they're probably going to say, you know, I just care about what you do with your life because I care about, you know, the person you are and stuff, and I want to see you successful. And it's like, what makes you think I can't be successful doing this, especially to where I'm already gaining subscribers? It's like that made no sense to me. It was like a fucking, I think they were trying to make it a moment of realization for me, but at that point it was just kind of like insulting. It was like, damn, you're being kind of rude. I would never say that to you. You know, I have a lot of friends who do things that might not be the first thing that you would think of when going out and getting a successful job, but they wanted to do it because they have a passion for it. I feel like if I was that person who told them, you know, you should just be more realistic, you're not going to make that much money doing it, it would have been complete opposite of me. It would have been something that was not right. And it would have felt out of character for me to even say something like that. Because I always push people to do what they want with their lives. You know, you only got one, so don't regret it. Because you would hate that, man, if you were in your like 70s and you look back on your life and say, I really regret not doing that. I feel like that's a real fear. I love to find a smart way to have a passive income and enjoy the smaller moments in my life. Yeah, I was given an opportunity to try to push myself and actually really aim for what I want to do. And I'm so thankful for a lot of the people around me for that opportunity. And I'm going to be honest and blunt with you, not a lot of people get that opportunity. I was very lucky to get this opportunity, this moment of where I can just focus on YouTube. I would never have gotten that with anyone else. So I'm genuinely very thankful for a lot of the things I've accomplished within the 2 years because, again, it wouldn't have been possible without their support. I've been told I'm better off in retail than film. I beg to differ. Yeah, no, fuck those people. I feel like fake content creators have messed up the idea of being an actual content creator. Yeah. Right. And unfortunately, you know what destroyed me more is when those content creators forget how they got where they are. That's what annoys me. They only think that they got there because of themselves. It's like, no, you didn't get there because of yourself. Like, yeah, you were a big portion of that, but there was more to it than just you being you. Like, not everybody gains subscribers. Not everybody hits 1,000 subs. Not everybody hits 10,000 subs. Like, seriously, not everybody hits 500 subs. So the fact that I even was able to make it to almost 20,000 is a huge leap. Like, that's a big fucking step. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, some people, all right, some movie reactors, yes, they got bigger than me. They went over to 100,000 subscribers, if not like 70,000 in like months compared to me. But to even hit 20,000 when there are people who literally struggle to gain like fucking 100, it's crazy. And I never would have thought. It's actual work to do a YouTube channel. I had told my parents I wanted to go to college for art and music, and they told me I had to get a real job, though, and asked how I would even make a career out of it. You never know. You never know. That's the thing, man. That's a regret people, I'm sure, are going to think about when people make that decision, too. I'm sure there's a lot of people who look back on life saying, I really wish I had just done it. Good morning, Elizabetha. How are you doing? And that's the thing. Yeah. Bro, you are better than don't compare yourself to other people. I always compared myself to other people. I grew up doing that my entire life. And though it wasn't like an ideal thing to do, it's something I've always done because I just can't help myself. Haters are going to hate, though. You're right. There are haters who are going to hate you. And there are haters that are made from jealousy, too. And I took that into consideration. A lot of people are jealous of how successful you're doing. And they will try to bring you down for that because it'll help them feel better, right? I got my coffee, so yeah, go get yourself some coffee. But there's so much truth to that too. It's not everything is, black and white. A lot of things are very checkered when doing YouTube. Like, I get it that I'm a tough situation, but there are people out there who are tougher situation. Humbling yourself is a skill. That's right. There are people who are in way worse situations than me. I'm very thankful for my situation. There's a lot of people who are not in my situation. Customer service is the last thing I thought I'd be in, since I've always been quiet and anxious talking to people, but it shaped me to not give a crap about people pleasing and having my own voice. That's right. And I worked in retail too, and I can tell you right now, I had to help a lot of customers myself, and it really improved me too. Art music is my passion. You should always go for it. Even if it's a side thing that you do, go for it, see how far you get, and maybe at some point you can slowly lean into that more than your other job. I went to an art college and got a job with it. It's definitely not impossible. It's not. It's not. So when people tell me that YouTube's not a real job, even though I'm right now I'm probably making close to what I was making at Walmart. Close. At the time, it was like 2018. So it was a little bit less than now what most people make, especially with COVID. But I'm starting to get close to what I was making at Walmart, which is very good in my opinion. It's very impressive. And that's because of you guys. That is because of you guys. Bluntly and simply, you guys are the reason why I'm actually able to even say I could make this a full-time career. So I appreciate every one of you. I specifically appreciate the people who actually pay monthly, because they are literally paying money out of their pockets to make sure that my channel continues, because that's how much they enjoy listening to me and having my content around. Because if 2025 happens and if I did not hit the goal that I'm hoping to hit, I'm not sure if I'll be here anymore. So when will you react to the next horror movie trailer? Ooh, probably soon, maybe. I'm glad to hear that. I'll keep that in mind on my life journey. Absolutely. Studying is tough for me, random student life. No, it's completely understandable. I used to hate studying too. I never will study. One of the reasons why I never went to college is because I was so worried about studying, and that shit, man, really stressed me out. PTSD is real. Yeah. You're right. You're right. I never wanted to go to college because of how I was treated in school. I had a very bad experience. People, and this is another thing, man. When I was going through school, there was a lot of my friends who were like, it wasn't that bad and everything, but you didn't live school in my shoes. You didn't go through school with my shoes on. You went through school with your shoes on. You were very popular. You had kids who liked you. I was very much the opposite. I had kids who didn't like me because of how shy I was. Do you want to play the new Madness Hogwarts Legacy? Yes, I do. I think it looks great. My friend was downloading it. He sent me a picture on Snapchat, and I was like, damn. I can't wait to see Mario Bros. Movie. I can't either. That looks so good. Honestly, if I found your channel when I was working in retail, I would be too broke for Patreon. No, I completely understandable. Cheyenne, a lot of you guys don't know this, but Cheyenne is actually one of the bigger supporters for my channel. She loves the channel so much, and I love her because she just fucking shows a lot of support for me. So, thank you so much, Cheyenne, for your support, because you're one of the backbones. You're like one of the pillars for my channel right now. There's two of you guys. There's two executive producers for my channel. And it's even crazy to know that they would go that far for me. So, did trailers usually come out 5 months before a movie is released? Probably close to that. I kind of just miss the old YouTube when people just made videos out of the sense of community, though I'm glad YouTube offered people a job. Really, absolutely, yeah. I'm so grateful for YouTube, but their policies are getting more strict, and that's the reality of it. Their policies are getting way more strict. AI is starting to bust channels for the smallest of things. Your channel could be gone within days. One of the reasons why I've stepped back from doing as many like reactions as I have for like movies and stuff was because I was hearing so many copyright claims and strikes dropping on YouTube channels, and I was like, oh man, dude, there's gonna be a time where they're gonna come after me and they're gonna fuck me up so bad. And that's a legitimate fear of mine, is YouTube coming out of nowhere and just completely copyright striking my channel, which is a very big possibility. One of the reasons why I'm always promoting Patreon is because I'm worried that one day what's going to happen is that YouTube is really going to come after me and they're going to fuck me over bad. And it's a real fear now. Let me just become a successful YouTuber and then I could pay for Patreon. Hey, look, guys, it doesn't have to happen today or tomorrow. If you guys ever want to support me on Patreon, even for $1 a month, whenever you guys actually can afford to, it will mean the world to me. So I appreciate you guys. I know it's not easy asking for people to pay monthly. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Netflix thing. It's kind of like a streaming service thing in a sense. It's just you're helping making sure a content creator doesn't really have to stop doing his content creating. So if you guys want to, the option's always there. Even for $1 a month, literally $1. It adds up. So I appreciate it, even if you consider it. I think the moment ads happened, that YouTube started becoming manufactured. Yeah, you're right. It. And again, please don't wrong impression. I love YouTube. I love that they've given me a platform to really push my boundaries and actually really expand myself. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be as talkative as I am. How hard is to mail you something non-US? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I don't know if it would be that hard or not. What is the future for the channel? If we hit our main goal, which is 150 patrons, I'm going to be upgrading all of my stuff. So like the computer will be upgraded, the webcam will be upgraded, I'll have a green screen in the background, and the reactions will come out more because I'll also probably be able to afford a full-time editor who will help me edit all the content that I post. So faster content will come out, more horror movie reactions will come out, more paranormal reactions will come out because I'll be able to film them and send them to my editor right away, and he'll edit them and help me post them faster. So I feel like once that happens, it won't all be on my shoulders anymore. Everybody, like I will literally be able to post a lot more content than I am now. So if you want to see more overnight reactions, if you want to see more Seth Borden reactions or any other paranormal reactor out there kind of reactions, I highly recommend it. For even if you want to start out as $1 a month, help me reach that goal of 150 patrons. If you know anybody, your friends, your family, or even somebody who has a job that you know they have the extra money for, and they're like, hey, can you help me support this guy on Patreon for $1 a month? And you want to just throw me over there really quick? I mean, yeah, I mean, as soon as we hit that goal, I could literally hire an editor to help me get the stuff out. I had to cut back on the editor because I just can't afford him at the moment, but I used to have one a while back. Okay, well, I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate it. Do you have mailing info on here? Yeah, it should be in the description, I think. Yeah, there's the actual P.O. box and everything in case you guys want to send me something. I know my birthday's coming around the corner, July 2nd, so I know a lot of people like to send me stuff. So if you want to send me a movie or Blu-ray or anything, I think I have an Amazon wish list if you have anything that, you can't figure out if you want to send me. I have that option too. But I'm always really trying to push for Patreon. So if you guys really want to give me an early birthday present, try to help me support on Patreon. Give me support on Patreon. And I know there's a lot of communities out there who would probably be okay with supporting me over there. I'm just trying to promote myself as much as I can. I believe you. I believe you that you shared me on your Facebook page, and I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it depends on where you are shipping to and from. I see more people hopped on into the live stream. How you guys doing, by the way, if you guys are hopping on in here? Frago, how you doing, man? I love that this live stream was actually, at one point, a very drama-heavy filled live stream from the beginning, and now we're just talking about promoting me and stuff. That's pretty crazy. I appreciate it, though. I do. I really do appreciate it. Or hell, you don't even have to become a patron. You can become a member on the channel right now. I think it's just like that join button, like on the bottom of the video, just join. It's like $1 a month for that too. So there's that option too. I'm not sure how many members we can gain from doing a live stream, but you want to see more Bigfoot videos? Absolutely, man. Again, as soon as I can hire a full-time editor, I will probably be sitting here for hours just filming stuff and getting a lot of stuff sent to him so he can edit and help me publish and stuff like that. Are you feeling awake now? I am feeling awake. Did we lose 2 patrons on Patreon? Yes, we did. They paid for 1 month and left. Yeah. They were fucking Gamer Gal and you are the only ones I have. Gamer Gal has been a patron since like the beginning, which is crazy awesome to me. So yeah, I'm not sure how many members we can gain on here from YouTube, but if we can gain, I mean, a lot, I appreciate it. How's your friend Brandon? He's doing okay. He was dealing with a lot of pain yesterday, but it sounds like he's been able to slowly walk around the house and stuff a little bit lately, so that's good to hear at least. Yeah, he's been doing okay. He's still in a lot of pain, but he's been pushing himself. How are you guys doing today? If you're hopping on into the live stream, please comment and please hop on into the conversation. Well, I'll get a job. Well, if I get a job, I will totally buy your Patreon. Also, maybe Art will be on board. Game. Yay! Well, awesome. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Okay, I was wondering why the producer credits got shorter. Yeah, we used to have four producers for this channel. Is it possible to empathetic and a skeptic? Is it possible to be empathetic and a skeptic? I think probably. Yeah. We love you, man, and we miss Michael so much. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that at some point, if we hit our goals on Patreon, I know this is a thing I bring up all the time, but if we hit our goals on Patreon, we can bring my friend on full time. And once we hit, I think 500 or 1,000 patrons, we probably plan on doing paranormal investigation reactions, cryptid hunts, and everything like that. So, I mean, we have a lot of plans for the future of the channel. It just all depends on if we hit those goals and if we hit those things. But I would love to really upgrade this channel to something bigger. I mean, it's not just going to be a reaction channel at some point. It could be bigger. We could be going on cryptid hunts. We could be going on paranormal investigations, maybe even asking some of the audience to come with us on some of these paranormal investigations, anything like that. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless. Even maybe a video where we kind of aim for our dream goal, which is building a drive-in movie theater. We can make videos on maybe building that and showing you guys. I'm a questioning empath. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but one of the biggest goals that we wanted to do for this channel was build a drive-in theater on a big property and invite a lot of the community to come and watch like 80s horror films with us. We just thought that would be a great way to like really push the boundaries of our channel. So if you guys want to be a part of that journey, yeah, again, support me on Patreon. Support me on Patreon and we'll see how far we get. I want to build a drive-in theater and play 80s horror films. So Friday the 13th marathon, you guys want to come over for a Halloween marathon? We get it. Patreon is where you can get money faster than YouTube. I do want to see your channel grow. Hope you stay humble in the process, though. Absolutely. I don't plan on changing. I really don't. I'm going to be pushing myself a lot. If I get my own house, I would like to make a backyard theater. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, guys, but that is enough Patreon talk. I'm going to be so sad when I can't go. We'll do the best we can, man. We'll do the best we can to make sure as many people come as possible. We'll do our absolute best. But all right, guys, this has been a fun. Well, it was fun at the very end. Earlier, it was very dark and depressing. But this has been a very interesting live stream. It is 3 going on 4 in the morning now, so I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the $3 tip. I appreciate that. Silent Sparrow, thank you so much for that. We're going to go ahead and end it, though. Yeah, the end was fun. I haven't actually watched a horror movie. Ooh. Going to bed later, bro. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you again for so much. Colby, you're in my prayers, man. I hope you get feeling better soon as possible. I hope you have a very strong recovery, dude. I know this was not the typical live stream we normally do, guys, so I do apologize, but you're in my prayers, Colby. So take care, guys.